for now.
So I'm down with it. Tyler's gonna see this episode like, what
Oh
the
yeah,
fuck,
he's
guys?
gonna be real upset at us.
Yeah, I don't even care. Sorry, Brad. We're putting it in. It's content.
Well, no, I just mostly I don't think he's gonna like that we had that much fun together.
Right.
No, I'm just teasing. He actually did tell me earlier that he's like, I want you to get to know the Michael that has fun because you guys are always stressing each other out. And I'm like, okay, and we are rolling audio. So we are all set. Welcome to Next on the Mic. Today we have a very special guest in studio. Ooh, you know what? We may have to do an adjustment on an edit with this. I've been calling you Darci Ann.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
You have it in your socials, so
Yeah.
that's what I thought you were going by. So I
Yeah.
just wanted to make sure.
I didn't want to go full Madonna,
Full Madonna, just one
but
name.
yeah.
That's cool. All right, so yeah, special guest in studio today, photographer Darci Ann, here to share with us a little bit about her story, her adventure, and talk a little photography.
Hello.
Welcome. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah?
Good. Excited.
Yeah?
Yeah, this is definitely new.
Yeah, you'll be nervous. Like trust me. When we first started doing this, I was super nervous. Like I was like shaking, nervous. But it gets easier. I promise.
This isn't your first round. You've done podcasts before.
I did the one with Tyler, and then it's not too bad. It's different when it's in studio with just your
Right,
voice.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I was doing the silly, the TikTok lives and stuff like that
Mhm.
all the time. So I'm used to doing it that way,
Right.
just not with other.
Right. Not be
Humans.
You don't have like a selfie pointed back at you right now. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
You're just interacting with people.
Yeah, so that's
cool.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so the point of this show is that we want to bring people on, let them tell their story, share their socials, share their business information, whatever they want to share to
Okay.
promote themselves. Usually I like to start like at the beginning. So how did you get into photography?
That I can recall, my sister actually, she mostly inspired me because she took photography in high school. And back when she was doing it, it was film photography. So
Mhm.
you're learning absolutely everything about the camera, the dynamics, how it works, along with learning how to develop it yourself.
Right.
Fell in love. That's exactly what I want to do. We're 4 years apart, so we really didn't go to school together.
Hmm.
So by the time I get there, they decided it was time to upgrade and go to digital photography
Mm-hmm.
and the learning how to function Photoshop. At that point, it was, sillier things like learning how to merge a cat and a fish, make it look like a catfish.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't it for me. I wanted to actually,
Put your hands on something.
yeah, 100%. But I still decided to just stick with it anyway. I just don't have to do that line of the tech stuff.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense. We actually have already done like a photography podcast where we talked about our histories with photography.
Yeah.
And so
That was spot on.
That
That
was-
was hilarious. Literally, everything you just said is exactly how I started. Like high school, Photoshop, like starting to do like digital cameras and stuff. Like that's literally how I started.
Yeah.
And it's I'd love to get back into photography again after things start getting more settled. But yeah, that's awesome. Like that's funny how like both of us started like the same
Yeah.
way.
Well, what's ironic about it too is that my story is the same as your sister's. I went when we had the dark room. I went when we developed the film
Yeah.
in the pitch black, no light room.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were talking about that too. Like, so it's like you literally just told both of our stories.
Yeah, and it's still a goal. Eventually, I would love to have my own dark room.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's what I want to do. I like the physical
Hmm.
of it.
Right. Yeah, yeah. To be able to, like you said, put your, or well, I said and you agreed with, put your
Yeah.
hands on it. Which,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so this is kind of jumping faster than I was going to, but we can always make circles in our conversation. Um, it's a perfect circle. It's a perfect circle. No. So I feel like I remember hearing you say on Why So Random that you're doing stuff with like faux page or whatever as well,
Mm-hmm.
integrated into your photography.
Yes.
So tell us about that.
So
Because that is hands-on. That's more physical.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it started, and I've done it before in the past for like family members for holidays, just simple little DIY gifts.
Hmm.
It was a practice run. So I went down, got a canvas. I printed out a hard copy of just one of my pictures and grabbed the Mod Podge.
Mod Podge. That's what it
Mod
was.
Podge.
Faux page.
It's,
I think that's a thing, but I don't know what it is.
Let's not look
I,
it up.
I got you though.
Yeah, you do.
uh, Definitely was a positive failure because now I know what to do better
Right.
to improve it.
Right.
You know, better quality materials, a little more time into it. I just kind of went home and threw it together. I just wanted, I guess, a prototype.
Right. Yeah. That makes sense.
Um,
So, okay, so sorry, little sidetrack there.
you're good.
But do you feel like, as somebody who's like trying to do a creative endeavor, with the way that a lot of these videos, I've noticed this for myself, is like you'll see these time lapse videos where it's like somebody does some amazing project,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, okay, that doesn't look like it would take too long or what,
Mm-hmm.
and then you go to actually do it and you're like, this time lapse was insane. So like
Mhm.
Yeah.
when you go to start something like for the first try on the Mod Podge or whatever, you go, this shouldn't be too bad. And then you're like, no, I really need to. And like when you start editing, you go, well, it's an hour episode. It should take me about an hour and a half to edit this thing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Right. Then you start down the road and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
That I really need to take some time and develop this and do it.
Yeah. Honestly, I think just getting the picture itself printed was probably the most successful aspect of it. Um, don't get low quality canvases from Walmart,
Hmm.
you know. Um, and there's different kinds of the Mod Podge.
Right.
There's a matte look, there's a gloss, super glossy. Um, but it's cool. The one I used, it was over a picture of a train. And it was kind of rough. You could see the brush strokes and it was semi gloss, I think.
Hmm.
Mhm.
For that style of a photo,
It worked
killed
good.
it.
Yeah.
So it might be different with a different style of picture next time.
Hmm.
I might want that extreme high shine.
Mhm.
I don't know yet.
So are you incorporating anything like I've seen some people do like photographs, but they do like a third dimension of it where it's like you add with like clay or plaster or something. So it's like some like the hand is coming out of the photo or something
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah. I've definitely thought about that. Um, I need to do a lot more research into that. Um, However, I guess it's a parallel idea. Like I play with the epoxy resin.
Mhm.
Hmm.
It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
So I don't know what they're called, but I think they're kids' toys. I think they're little bouncy balls. But on
Okay.
the inside, it's got like the liquid and like the glitter and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So that you see the fluid inside moving it.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I'm trying to come up with something to incorporate a picture into resin like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I definitely haven't heard much about the like 3D,
Right.
but
Yeah, wanting to get creative though. That is really
yeah,
more of what I was asking. I mean, my
something.
3D idea was just like what I thought of. It's
No, it's a great idea. I I never really liked the basic plain everybody does this idea.
Right.
I would really like to try and discover ways to make things super unique and different.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, and just even using just a regular canvas can do that instead of like a frame sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Uh-huh.
sometimes if you get a decent frame or you do something where I've seen cool stuff where they like break the frame and make it look like there's a plant growing out of it or something.
Yeah.
I've seen
If you,
those.
you do those kinds of things, like then the frame becomes cool too.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, those are really good things to be able to sit down and think about.
Well, so with that, the other thing that I've been saying, like when I talk to like Michael or Tyler or anybody about you, I've been saying you're kind of the take I present you with is like this like alt photographer because like you got the different hair, you got the tattoos, which oh my God, okay, I keep forgetting. I've been thinking about this for 2 Sundays now. Oh, for those of you who don't know, this is basically my sister-in-law as well. Like she's part of the family here.
I'm just here, guys. You know. You know.
This is not my sister-in-law.
I could be. Anyways,
Tyler does like you quite a bit.
I know he does. I know. Yeah, he's my boo boo. I know.
Oh man.
You
Is there a smell of a bromance?
know, Tyler. You know.
Yeah. No, but so I
Two
thought about
Sundays in a
this a
row.
couple of weeks ago. You've got that nice little tattoo right here. You know what you need to do over here, right?
I can't. It was a matching tattoo with Lauren.
Okay, does hers say what this one should say? Okay. Good.
people
So for the
can see.
audience.
I don't know how far out, but
Yeah, you're good.
dude, and if you don't get it, you're too young. I don't know what else to say.
So Lauren's got the other one though.
Lauren's got sweet.
Okay, cool.
Yep, went and got them together. It was awesome.
That
That's
makes
awesome.
sense. I just saw you
That's
like
cool.
I just saw it when it was fresh and I'm like, why would you just get one half? Why wouldn't you get both tattoos? I didn't even think about doing it with another person.
That's really cool.
I don't
That's friendship right fucking there, dude.
want to get like too far out there with reasonings. We originally were going to do similar to the actual movie. We were going to
Mhm.
do it on the backs of our necks. But then I realized that that's probably not something that somebody wants to see on the back of my neck.
Oh, I see what. Okay. I get you.
You know, so we figured.
You mean like the word dude?
Yeah.
You should have talked her into switching.
That would have made it. God, opportunity missed.
Uh-huh.
Actually, technically not. I still could if I really wanted to.
Probably.
But it's like a double fun thing.
Well, yeah, then because that's what you could do. It should be like, well, I got the dude down here, so you have to get the dude up here, and I'll get the suite up here, so then we have double matching.
I think she would probably do that too.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but now I can also like walk up to people and be like, "Sup, dude?"
Yeah.
It's up, dude.
No, I like the tattoo. I just like that was my first thought. Why not get both? And then back to what I was saying though, is it like I think that we talked about also the idea of there's different photographers have different artistic styles. We can pause. We're gonna go back in. So we were talking on the podcast about there's different types of photographers. You got different photographers have different eye for things, and then you
Mhm.
also have different photographers that reach a different audience of people or clientele.
Yes.
And I was talking about how this is why I mentioned the tattoo thing is that you've got that alt look to
Mhm.
where there's a whole generation of kids that are going to do, which I was telling you, I'd love for you to do my daughter's senior pictures.
Yes.
Like this whole generation of kids that they don't want to dress up in an 80s ball gown or a sundress and go lay in a field or you know what I mean? Like they want to do something kind of punk rock.
Yeah.
There's like a whole generation of like I don't think I've seen besides my own kid a girl with like normal colored hair Like one out
Yeah.
of five, maybe.
Yeah.
It used to be the exact opposite. And so
Uh-huh.
there's a whole market out there of these girls that are going to see you, relate to you, see you do something professional, you know.
Exactly.
So,
I
and
used to be the same way though. To be fair,
what do you mean?
I used to have bright red neon hair.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I went through it.
Bright red, like you could see me from 3 miles away. Bright red. I look like a stoplight.
Yeah, I did speech and debate with a multicolored spike mohawk.
I also did that too.
So,
I had the purple tips and I had a full on blown on like
yeah.
mohawk. Yeah,
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, no,
good old days.
like but the thing is that was like you were actually like rebelling or what, or at
Mhm.
least that's what it seemed like. And then it's like just like when I got my first ever piercing,
Yeah.
everybody was like, "Whoa, you're pretty young to have to be a dude with a pierced ear."
Yeah.
Right now, it's more rare to find kids without pierced ears.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like the world moves in like this kind of alt direction, but I think it's great to have somebody that like the next generation can look to, because like Carrie wouldn't think to find somebody like you to do that for Julia, because
Yeah.
Carrie's always been kind of a like, I love my wife, I'm not saying anything bad, she's always been just a kind of a regular everyday person.
Yeah.
Like, that sounds like an insult, but it's definitely not. Like, she's the
Yeah.
kind of person who's responsible, takes care of business,
No,
keeps my
100%.
family on track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so she doesn't dye her hair crazy.
Mhm.
Even with her gauged ears, she uses those nice rhinestone
Yes.
earrings, and you know what I mean? She's that kind of girl. So she
Yeah.
wouldn't think that for Julia. She's gonna think the summer dress like her and her sister did.
Exactly.
And then,
Yeah, we all have different
right.
on how we want things to look.
But having somebody like you that can do a photo that will
Yeah.
match what Julia wants, which is important,
Mm-hmm.
but also have Carrie be like, "Oh, it looks nice. It was professional. It's not
Yeah.
kids in the water towers, you know, or whatever."
I'm just kidding.
Have
I'm
you
not
done
kidding.
Have you done any photo shoots up there?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
dude, it's a cool
Um,
place to shoot.
I have
How's that for a
already
transition?
Right.
I already have a few types, spots of ideas in my
Mhm.
head. So you know, I don't know if you know where they are, but the Riverwood Apartments.
Mm-hmm. I know where those are.
Okay, so when
Literally
you're
right down the street.
heading
But yeah.
on that road right there, so if you leave the apartments and you're going towards like Foothill,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is, but it's like a scrapyard maybe.
Yeah. There's a pick and pull, is what it's called.
Mm-hmm.
So what I want to do, and this one, I'm not sure like how to go about it. I don't see like a specific office for this one, but I think it would be cool to do pictures for whoever wanted to do this style, but do like a dirty, grungy, go put on like a mechanic's suit, bodysuit.
Mm-hmm.
Grab a sledgehammer,
Right, yeah.
grungy. But then there's, thoughts with like all the railroad tracks. Right
Mhm.
in there, there's all the bushes and shrubs, but
Right.
they're nice looking because of the railroad tracks.
Hmm.
The sunset's right at the end.
Right, yeah.
And it would be beautiful for
Mhm.
someone who wanted a cleaner style.
Yeah. See, and I like the alt side of it too, where you could go, okay, we're in the grungy place. Now let's put on the fanciest clothes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I love that kind of stuff. Where it's
Yeah.
like out of the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying though, is that like you're thinking on those lines, which is where there's,
Mhm.
like I said, it's going to be a whole generation of kids that are coming through high school right now that are going to be thinking that way.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm pretty excited to, I guess, look back in like 5 years.
Yeah, I think that's how we're all starting to feel now. Is like moving forward with your photography, our podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Moving forward like in the next 3 to 5 years, like how far we're gonna go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
yeah, this so this has kind of been a running theme for us on the last few episodes, but
Right.
when you
support.
have a dream or an idea, which I mean, that's what we're trying to do
Right.
with all of our audience, right? Is promote them taking a step towards their dream and that kind of thing. So it's like, yeah, when you need to put that first foot forward, put
Mhm.
that first foot forward. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah.
Like,
That's
so, and then once you do that and you start getting a few steps in,
Mhm.
you start getting the right equipment or booking a new
Yes.
client or whatever the goal that you go.
Yeah.
Light bulb, like for me, interviewing a comedian. You know what I mean?
right. Yeah.
That light bulb goes,
Yeah.
okay, this isn't just something you're talking about with your friends anymore. You're doing it.
Yeah.
And that's such a like scary and exciting moment at the same exact time.
Yeah. And like, I think we're kind of realizing that now. It's like, oh, it's becoming a real thing. Like this isn't a joke anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't to begin with, but still, it's like seeing our progress and moving forward. Like it's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's well, and I don't think that anybody like on my side of things, and most everybody that so I talked about like, oh, I want to do a podcast. I'd like to do a podcast. And I really tried to find like somebody that I already knew I could joke with like we just did.
Yeah.
Like for quite a while. Like and then I was like, it's not gonna work because we're both gonna be too goofy to actually get anything done. Um and
Fair.
Michael and I can get goofy, but we're so new to knowing each other that when we start telling each other a story about our lives or something, it's like, okay, we can actually stop and listen. We're not automatically going to make fun of you or you know what I mean? Like,
Which is fine. I'm used to that too.
no, I know, but I mean, it doesn't, it makes for funny
Yeah.
content, but we wouldn't be making the promotions and getting people to like,
Yeah.
be able to promote their socials and stuff like that. So we want to have a little bit of like tension,
Right.
at least at the beginning. And then not the kind of tension that you and Tyler have. We had to get a new theme besides supportive.
Look out, Tyler. I'm coming.
Oh no.
That is exactly what Nick Swartzen said right before he sang that song.
Anyways, yeah, that's awesome. Are you finally taking, like, what steps are you taking to like get to like that point you want to go to in like 5 years?
Yeah, well, what does 5 years from now look like?
That's what I was trying to get at.
Not even financial success. That's always been what's kept me from actually diving into this.
Mm-hmm.
So many people get into something that they like or love doing, and when it becomes a business or that makes you money,
Mm-hmm.
after a while, you stop loving it.
Right.
I didn't want that to happen. This is my one thing. I didn't want to lose that.
Right.
But I've had so many people just in the last, I think, year do this. You should really do this.
Mm-hmm.
And I just made a comment to my dad, and I was like, I think I'm ready to go down and get a camera, and boom.
What's
I had
it?
the camera in hand.
Once it clicked, it clicked.
It clicked.
Nice.
So I think my idea of success is, I guess, the recognition, maybe.
Okay.
When I go somewhere and I see a beautiful piece of art
Mm-hmm.
and I contribute, or I want it so much that I'm going to pay the money to take that home so that I can admire it, that's it for me.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're saying. So you want to
Yeah.
be able to be a part of what people think is beautiful enough to take home with them. And
Yeah.
yeah.
There's, and it might sound silly, but even just a couple of the pictures that I'm really proud of with the redwoods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, there might be somebody out there who has never or will never get to experience that up close.
Right.
If I can help make them feel close,
Right.
that's fucking dope.
Yeah. That's really
I
cool.
want that.
Yeah. And it's like you say that sounds silly, but I don't think so. I think that's everybody does it. Artists sign their work.
Yeah.
When I was in coding,
Mhm.
All of us coders, we code, like we tag our codes so that it's like if you come behind me and you're working on my code, you know who came up with this brilliant loop. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah.
you always tag your work. You always, every major company out there has a logo and a brand and a
Yeah.
slogan, right? So don't feel silly about that. The difference is that you're trying to put it on something that causes an emotion,
Yeah.
which is like I think that's better. I mean, not that we don't need, you know, companies that provide us our everyday stuff. We
Right.
obviously need
Yeah.
that. But like when you're going down an artistic route and you're like, I don't really care about the monetary success.
Yeah.
It's about, can I invoke this emotion? When somebody looks at that, are they going to go, is that a Darci Ann?
Yeah.
Like that feeling.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. See, that's okay, I think. I think that's a good thing to be in pursuit of.
Yeah. I feel like anything that may or may not come to me financially, I feel like it's just a perk.
Right.
Like a tip, I guess, or whatever. Like, holy cow.
Wow.
Wow.
With the hands.
Start.
This is why,
Dramatic
so
effect.
now,
Yeah.
now you're starting to see why when you guys did WSR and it was shot with the single cam idea,
Mhm.
I was like, I wish we had all the reactions. Because she was making faces and laughing and doing all kinds of reactions that I was like, I had to change the way we're filming that show. I was like, we can't miss this again.
Right. Yeah. No,
Which does. But yeah, so those reactions were happening. And I'm like, dude, we got to change the way that we shoot this.
yeah, absolutely.
Uh,
And it's cool to see everybody's, and especially like your reaction and everybody else's reactions that we've had podcasts with. Um, like we've had comedians, we've had, we have some upcoming guests, and then we've got Darci, and just like seeing all the reactions of how we're doing all of this, and trying to get you promoted and get you more out there is
Mhm.
that's what we want to do. That's what we're doing.
yeah.
But just seeing everybody's reactions is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Which that's not like just the point of our podcast, which we have talked a little bit and we've talked more about we're going to need to get down and actually do some talking, but that's
Yes.
like the point of the company, right? Is that we've started here is that like, okay, so we're doing this to promote people who've already figured out what they want to do, where they're going to go.
Yeah.
But I firmly believe there are lots of people out there with an idea, but they don't know what the first step should be or
Mm-hmm.
how to get started. And so we really want to help people with that concept too.
Yeah.
Like, so like with your photography, you're saying that thing about you don't know who to call about the pick and pull. I know. We'll get you hooked up.
Sounds
We'll
good.
get you in the gate.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah.
Yeah.
tell us what you really think, dude.
Nah. No, but that's cool. So I mean, at least I know who to go for wedding pictures and stuff.
Yeah, he's
I was
Cool.
actually talking.
he's been
Well,
talking to him a little bit. We don't want to give away too much.
Yeah,
She's gonna watch the show, right?
No.
Okay. Neither is my wife.
No, she doesn't care.
Actually, she'll probably watch this one because you're gonna be on it.
Yeah.
She doesn't give a shit about me.
No. No,
That's
she's.
hilarious.
I've only been gone for what, like 6 hours today.
Right? Yeah.
She won't watch this. It's fine. No, it's good. I'm excited to see where your photography and stuff is gonna go, and
Yeah.
to see, and that's what I'm really excited for all this, is seeing other than our podcast and WSR and then me streaming and Tyler streaming of course, but seeing how other people are gonna grow and become successful. And that's
Mhm.
gonna, I mean, I hate people that say it, but they're, I'm kind of thinking that right is I do have a big heart. And so, like, seeing people grow bigger and out of society's 9 to 5 jobs and doing their own thing, making them happy,
Yeah.
like what you're doing right now, is
Mm-hmm.
it's amazing.
Yeah. Everybody needs to have something.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, if you just work a 9 to 5 job and the rest of your life, life is boring. You know, it's just, you know, I've been through lots of jobs, and I've said this before. It gets very overwhelming, and you know, my main goal is, you know, spending more time with, you know, the family and the daughter. Um, you know, getting her to where I would like her to be.
Right. Yeah, getting
You
your
know,
your
giving her
daughter
a good future.
to have a
Right.
future. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
And just seeing how other people's futures are gonna go is it's gonna be really awesome to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited.
Mm-hmm.
I've even thought about setting her up with some style of camera.
Yeah.
Because every time
Oh yeah.
she's with me and we're out taking pictures, Mom, can I take some too?
Mm-hmm.
Impressed
Right.
for an 8-year-old to be able to pick up that kind of camera and take really good pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't imagine at 16, 20.
Right. Yeah. Well, especially because like nowadays, a lot of like everybody's a photographer on Instagram or whatever.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, yeah, but the filter, the AI, the this, the that, that's doing a lot of that work.
Mm-hmm.
You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like the perspective. Okay, that's in the eye of the beholder, right? That's
Mhm.
whoever holds the camera is going to give you the perspective. That might give you the angle, the framing, those kinds of things.
Yeah.
But even framing can be adjusted in post. We do it all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like,
Mhm. Exactly.
so yeah, if you're seeing a natural eye in her, then that'd be great to encourage. It's never too soon to start learning something.
Right.
No. And you never know. Maybe that could even turn into something really neat that's not super common.
Right.
Mother-daughter photography team.
Yeah.
You know,
Why not?
I want her included in what I love to do. And if she enjoys doing it, okay. So we just gotta
Yeah,
do
and
some research.
it might be that she's a lot more like what you described of your earlier version, is where she goes, "This is something I want to do." Like my son. So Michael streams like video games or whatever.
Yeah.
So he plays these games. He's got the camera on. I can see his friends. I know they're talking, they're playing video games together.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, I literally have a business partner that does streaming. Would you like to set this up? And he's
Yeah.
like, no, this is what I do for fun. He's like, I'm gonna go to school and that's gonna be like my job. When I come
Yeah.
home and I
Fair.
play games, I want to play games. I was like, dude, for 14, that's pretty big, you know?
Yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
to be fair, like he's got that, um, how do I say, like face to face contact. Like he's got that over the, you know,
Yeah,
his
yeah.
face is on camera kind of thing.
Yeah, he's
So
still.
he's, you know, if later down the road or whatever, if he decides that he wants to, like, absolutely, we can.
And I
we
do
get him
think
all
that
set
is
up.
a big part of it with my son, is that he's shy. He's a shy boy in general.
I was,
Yeah.
I was too.
Yeah.
I hated being in front of a camera, and
Right.
now I could care less.
Right.
People can, you know, hate me in the comments or whatever. I don't care. I'm used to it. People are gonna say that I look like Jason Momoa. I can live with that too. He's my lost uncle somewhere in Hawaii. But
I can live with that too.
shout out to Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
I'll meet
people
you
are
one
gonna
day.
say I look like Freddy Krueger. I'm cool with it.
You know what?
It's like Jason Momoa. Yeah, that'd be like if I was like, yeah, people are gonna be like, your initials are BP. What's your Brad Pitt? Yeah, I'm good with you calling me
You know
Brad
what?
Pitt, bro.
My initials, and my dad did it on purpose, and he'll see this one day.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
One day he'll see this.
Oh gosh.
So my dad was a very big Eminem fan. Still is. I'm not gonna say my full name because you guys don't need to know that. My
Dude, all
initials.
you did just there, we're gonna have to cut that. Because all you did just there was challenge our fans to try and find out information about you.
Well, they fight me. If they pay off my bills, I'll take it. My initials are M and M. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad did it on purpose. I already know it.
I already know it.
Mm-hmm. He knows it.
No,
But-
sorry, I was just teasing because that was the funniest way I've ever heard somebody say something like that.
No, you're good.
And people are gonna call me handsome. I'm fine with it.
Also used to that. But yeah, anyways, so yeah, like over I don't say the last 2 months,
Hmm.
I've besides this podcast, which has also been my big dream. I've also been streaming on Twitch, which started off as like um, kind of like, oh well, maybe I'll make money off of this someday or whatever. To now where I have this big group, and I'm telling you, we're gonna need to get a counter for how many times I say supportive.
Oh gosh.
How many times?
It's the new drinking game of the show.
um, I got this big group of being like a supportive, loving friends and family group,
Mhm.
and I have grown so much that I never thought I was going to,
Mhm.
and now I'm almost to the point where I can almost start making money from Twitch
Okay.
in 2 months, which some people take 5 to 6 years getting.
Yeah.
And it's for me, and I was saying this on my live stream the other day, is like, and I hope that everybody kind of has the same mindset of, for me, it's not even really, it's not about really the money for me. I mean, money, yes, it's nice to have,
Mm-hmm.
and if I get bills paid, cool.
Hmm.
Twitch wise, it's more of having that community of friends and people I don't even know
Mm-hmm.
joining in, saying like, "Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, what are you playing? What's going on?" Like, just having that talk with random people and building this community is something I never thought was going to happen.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm wanting people like you to pursue their dreams, because it's like things that you don't think will happen if you put in the work and do the effort, it will happen. And it's like I never thought I would ever get this far of how close I'm, you know, becoming
Right.
out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I've been teasing you about some, like, gushing about all your support, but that's only because, I
That's
mean,
another one.
yeah, do a shot. Shot.
Oh, man.
I know.
But no,
It's
it is a great sentiment, and it's good to show appreciation, and and I'm I'm sure you guys both know it's like, okay, once you start putting that effort out and people see that, like, oh, this isn't something you're joking about. I already said this once on this same podcast.
Mhm.
It's crazy how fast people can come around to realizing
Yeah.
you're serious about something.
It is.
yeah, and getting to meet those like new friends, like pretty much your new family of
Right.
growing your content and sharing it with the world. Um, is a whole different feeling, I guess, a whole different like world that you're stepping into.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, so far I'm having a blast, and
Good.
I took that big step. I was like, you know what, these 9 to 5 jobs suck. That they're I'm not doing,
Yeah.
I'm not going to McDonald's or working for Panda anymore, like, or a gas station or whatever else that I used to do. It's, I've come to the point now of trying to help people, um, friends, family, whoever needs it, to get where they want to be.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, for sure. So you just remind me of what is always a fun guest question. What's the worst job you've ever had?
oh, let's go. Shout them out too.
Well,
I
I'm
want
gonna
to
be
know.
honest.
Yeah, everybody at home, put them
actu-
in the
I
comments.
want them to know.
I don't think anybody in my family will ever see this
Okay.
that I know. Possibly my current. But that's just the aspect of caring for family is really hard.
Right.
I
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
So it's more worse on like an emotional level.
Right. Yeah. And it's like you can't, like if you're working at like a Panda Express, you can go in and dick around with your coworkers and not
Yeah.
give much of a shit. But when you're
Yeah.
taking care of your family, there's a real stress there.
Oh, yeah.
100% get that.
And then if there's like serious illnesses, you're like just watching them go through whatever it is they're going
I
through.
was wrong. This is not always a fun question.
You know, we should change this.
That's
What local job?
No, I'm sorry, I
no,
interrupted.
no,
I'm
no.
not.
It's
I do want to
There you
hear
go.
this what you were saying, but it just popped into my head that like that's how I started. This is always a fun question,
And then it got kind of
and
dark.
yeah, I got a little sad. So then
It's okay though.
we'll do a fun one after, guys. Just stick with us through the
it's
emotional turmoil, okay?
normal, you know. Trauma. Just kidding. I'm kidding. Aside from that, actual worst job, I think was as a housekeeper for a place in Medford.
Okay. Like a hotel?
Old people.
Old people.
Mm.
Okay.
Old
Gotcha.
people.
Like a group home.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's
You
that can get
It's
gross.
gross.
Yeah,
It's so gross.
real gross. How many
housekeeping
condoms
and
did you find?
Thankfully, none.
Okay.
I'm really sorry. What?
Condoms.
Okay, that's what I thought you said.
Oh, actually, like
I
they
may
don't
throw
care
up.
about protection at that age, do they?
No, they don't.
They're just banging away.
No, everything's down and out for business, so it don't matter anyway.
It's naked grandma.
That is the
That-
guy with the old balls.
All right. Yeah, there's that.
Wow, those were both good references, guys.
Yeah. See, we know what we're talking about sometimes. At least I do.
Family Feud and Big Daddy back to back.
Mm-hmm. Um. Yeah, housekeeping and that's rough. Like, I've never got into it just because I'm not really a.
But you know someone
never-
who does
okay.
it.
I know a lot of people that do it.
Yeah.
But me personally, before all of this started happening,
Mm-hmm.
hated people completely. I would watch the world burn. I hated people. Now it's a whole little different story. But
This is the guy who earlier said, I got a big heart.
Yeah.
so that's just crazy. Like I couldn't do it. Like I had to be with my grandparents before they passed, and just seeing all of what they had to go through, like medical wise, and helping take care of them the best that I could,
Mm-hmm.
without having to wipe butts, because I wasn't doing that. They can take care of that themselves. It's and just having to do that every single day, like that's rough.
Yeah. This is how.
Well, I mean, there's some
Go-
positive memories.
I mean, I get it with family.
You know,
Like, family's different, but
all
like,
the little trinkets you find all over the place.
ooh, I found a penny. piece of candy.
Definitely don't take the candy.
Always.
Never. Well, you can take it. Don't eat it.
Yeah.
I do not recommend.
It's LSD. These old people, they're just doing drugs and fucking.
So, anyways,
Who knows?
it's what they've got left, I guess. Not in a bad way, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm only kind of joking about that, obviously. Like,
well, yeah.
like there's a known thing that like retirement places are known for like STDs and stuff. Like, that's pretty common.
A lot of stuff goes into those
We didn't pick that up on the mic.
places.
A lot of stuff. What?
Oh, a lot of stuff that shouldn't be in there ends up in there.
Oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'm only half joking about that part, but
That's crazy. That's probably another reason I'll never do that.
And then there's times that you're just doing your thing, cleaning a room, and next thing you know, you see people who are there temporarily, like healing,
Mm-hmm.
wheeling themselves away from the nurses, trying to like outrun them so that they can go out and smoke some weed.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
that kind of stuff.
Like, get away from me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Big time. Yeah,
Yeah.
if they're just there for recovery, they're not actually there for like
Hmm.
long-term care or whatever.
Yeah, I don't recall seeing or smelling anything on the permanent residents. Them temporaries.
Yeah. I mean, so I've had some pretty serious alcoholism in my family history,
Hmm.
and we've had people that like they make themselves sick from just drinking and not eating, and then they end up in like Highland or whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and then like you could tell when they starting to get healthy, they're starting to get better, and then another cousin or another uncle or somebody brings a flask in and lets them have a shot, and then
Oh yeah.
it starts all over. It's like,
Oh yeah.
geez. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm familiar with this on a personal level. It's not a fun rodeo.
That did I ever? I never told you the incident I had when I had to do deliveries at an old person home. Have
No, I don't think you
I?
did.
I can tell you that one's awful. Um, so I was working for this delivery company, and for some reason this old person wanted a full bedroom set and like dresser, bed frame, new TV, like they wanted the whole thing. Um, so we were doing all these deliveries, and um, I don't I don't know if it was like a dementia like old person home or something because all of their doors were locked. Like you can't walk into the door without having to press like a button. We're like,
Oh yeah,
hey,
there's
we're
medical conditions.
Yeah.
okay. Which, like I said, I've never been. Besides this one time, I've never been in like an old person home.
Hmm.
Anyways, we're going in there. And it's me and my coworker, and I remember having like part. I'm pretty sure it was the dresser, and I remember just some random old person just screaming and yelling at us, before they got tackled.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I know. Like I don't know if it was dementia
I was
or
expecting it to be so much more insane than just a straight tackle.
no, it was a straight
Like
up
there
tackle.
was some build up for this story.
No, it was like because we're just
But
doing
no,
our
a
job.
tackle is insane. But
Yeah.
like,
Like we're just doing our job. We're just do, and then we just have this. I don't know if they were old or they were just one of those buff old guys that was just on steroids his whole life. I don't know, but this dude was running. Like I don't know if he should be in an old person home. He was running,
he
and
had the power.
he did. Like Flash would be jealous. And he was just full on sprinting towards us. I don't know if he didn't like me or my coworker because me and my coworker looked exactly the same for some odd reason, and I don't know. But the last thing I remember is he got tackled. He was screaming and yelling, and then it went quiet. So I don't know if he lost his medications or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's hundreds of things that can go wrong.
But I think that was
Yeah.
that was probably the one time I've ever been in a old person home. I don't think I'll go back. It was like I've played too many scary games. I've seen too many scary movies. Like that doesn't end well. And I'm the person that will leave people behind. I will run. Like I'm out.
Wow.
I'm out.
But yeah,
Noted.
yeah. So
Yeah.
if we ever go to like
You
a
know what-
haunted house,
You know what
or-
you need to do is learn how to fly a helicopter.
Oh yeah, because I will be in the air the rest of my life if something happens. I'm not no joke. Like, like if this world becomes not zombies, because I have fun with zombies, but where it's like I don't know, just chaos and everybody's taking out each other. Yeah, if I fly a helicopter or a plane or something, I'm up in the air for the rest of my life.
I feel like that's closer to like purge status.
that's yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're going
I mean,
for.
I'd still probably be the one out, but good luck everybody else. Yeah, it's crazy. But anyways,
Yeah. So
I know. Gotta
That was a weird like way to stop that. You were telling us a story and then you stopped. And I'm like,
we're having fun.
wait, where are
here.
we going yet?
But yeah, that was like the only time I've ever been in like an old person's home or facility.
I'm gonna have to
I
put
guess.
crickets in post on that. It's old person. That's your one experience.
That was it. Yeah, I had that one experience, and I will never go back to a home or facility, I guess, like that again, because they scare me.
I don't know how I ever ended up there as a real job. I remember going, I think it was Highland,
Yeah.
to go visit my grandparents, and I was probably somewhere within like Hayden's age,
Mhm.
6 to 8 ish. And we're walking down the hall, and there's an old man in a wheelchair, and he's just sitting there. And as soon as we walk by, he reaches out and grabs my
Oh
arm.
Jesus, yeah, that's out of a scary movie. I'm out.
And
He just drops the couch and runs out the window.
What jumping? I'm jumping.
So as a kid, from then on out, I probably made my parents carry me or something, but it was definitely something I kept in the back of my mind while working in them.
Mm-hmm.
But
Do you ever do the graveyard shift?
no.
Oh, that can get spooky,
See,
dude.
I
that-
had a
yeah,
lot of
no.
people.
Nope.
I know a lot because I know like a lot of home care people, I guess,
Mhm.
or friends, family. But I did have this one coworker, and she used to work for 2 different companies,
Mm-hmm.
and one of them was like an old person's home, but they weren't like mentally stable, like they weren't all there. And she would come back to her other job that we were working together and tell me like her night and stuff. It's just there's days she comes to work where she's like just drained,
Mm-hmm.
or she's like, yeah, I got punched in the eye the other night. I'm just like, why are you still working there? Like, I'd be fighting back. Why are you still working? Like, like I get it. People are nicer to, not nicer. They try to help others, the best that they can. That's probably the best way I'm going to put that
Okay.
without getting canceled.
I have no idea where you're going with this.
No, what? How people
With disabilities.
react with
Oh.
people with like disabilities and stuff, like how they work with them.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Like, do you mean like direct care staff, or do you
Yeah.
mean like the society in general?
No, just like, I mean, I guess a little of both, honestly.
Okay.
Of like how they do what they do is, I don't know, not nice. I can't think of a word for it.
Are you, like charitable,
Sure.
generous?
Yeah,
I don't know what
like
word you're going
charitable,
for.
I guess.
I don't know why people would cancel you for saying that direct care staff are good people.
You never know
But
anymore. But
that's why I made that face, because I thought you were going towards they're good people, and then you said get canceled, and I was like, oh.
no, I ain't going that way. No.
I was like, I don't know what kind
They're
of trash
crazy?
you're gonna say.
Yes.
Yeah, and I can say this because I've done that job.
Mm-hmm.
So
And my wife has too. Like
I left because I couldn't do it anymore. Like, you're getting your ass beat.
Yeah, my wife used to. There was times where she'd come back from like caregiving and stuff, because she used to do it for like, God, I think it was like 4 years she was doing it, and so one day she just had enough.
Mhm.
And there was times where she was like, she had like bruises on her arms and stuff. I was like, I'm about to go in there, but
You can't do that.
No, I wouldn't be here today. But
Be in prison,
there was
maybe.
times where I got like super like, not mad at her, but just mad in general, like
Mhm.
the situation. And I've always told her like, find something else. Like
It's safer.
that's you're not gonna make me want to go in there.
Right.
And not that I would ever beat anybody up. That's not what I'm saying. I promise.
No,
Tyler.
it's a really difficult job.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
it's listen, I did it for a long time. Lukey did it.
Yep.
I think Tyler did it for a while too,
Tyler
right?
did,
Type,
yeah.
yeah.
So, I mean,
There was
lots of
ti-
us have been in that
Yeah, there was times
industry.
Tyler would call me. He's like, "Dude, I just got my ass beat." And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
"From what?" And he's like, "Oh, this, this work that I do." And I was like, "Go find something else, dude."
Yeah. See, and I worked in a high
Yeah.
behavior home with extremely developmentally disabled adults.
Mm-hmm.
And they were nonverbal, so it's
Bullshitting.
like high behavior because they can't communicate.
Yeah.
Like there is a childlikeness that like where you would go, they don't understand what they're like if they accidentally grab my arm and yank me, they
Yeah.
don't understand that that was way too much force. You know what I mean? So
Mhm.
there's like this natural forgiveness that you can have when you know that somebody's doing something innocently instead of aggressively and meanly. But as somebody who loves somebody who's going into a situation like that, that can be scary for you because you can't protect your loved one. Right. Like
Right.
Yeah.
so it's like that for that uh that shot of innocence that like your wife would be hit with or like I would be hit with would be like mm, it gets lost in translation sometimes.
Yeah.
So where it's like you don't see this because it's a 6 foot, 300 pound guy
Mhm.
that you're dealing with, right? You're like it doesn't look like some innocent guy who's childlike. You know what I mean? Which I guess that's the whole point of the movie of Mice and Men. We just rounded that around. It's a perfect circle.
Yeah. You got a 3-year-old trapped in a full-grown adult, and especially the men.
Hmm.
That's
crazy.
Yeah, and they don't like their eating habits are going to be, there's a lot of things that could go into that. Um, which it's because of the circle thing. I was like, why did I think that? Perfect circle. Rob Schneider, Nick Schwartzen.
Okay, the only person
Uh,
that's in my head right now, and I don't know why, is Jason Momoa. Shout out to you, my boy.
Dude, you know what's crazy? Tyler looks nothing like him.
No, he doesn't. That's weird, huh?
You don't have a type.
Who Tyler doesn't have a type?
No, you.
Oh. I don't. Well,
You
now I
like
have Tyler
Jason.
stuck in
You
my
like
head now.
Jason. You like Tyler. They're totally different looking dudes.
I
That's
mean, it's true. I mean, by blood, technically, Jason Momoa would be like family.
Oh, is he actually? I know that that's been like a
Check.
joke before.
Well, we're Hawaiian.
Oh, by ethnicity?
See.
And you're, yeah, okay.
Have you ever seen Moana?
Now I'm gonna get
Okay,
canceled.
now I'm going on a rant. I'm just kidding.
Oh,
We have fun here.
Oh, Hannah.
it's just like hanging out at the fam's house.
Right. So
But-
okay, but
oh.
no, wait. So I keep forgetting to like mention this because it's exactly. The Rob Schneider thing made me think of Adam Sandler.
Okay.
I'm sure you guys have to have seen the announcement on like all of social media that came out.
No.
Adam Sandler
Yeah.
retiring,
No.
making a new movie.
Yeah.
No.
What is that? Okay.
Happy Gilmore too, please.
Yes.
Shut up.
I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
I really.
Schwartzen made the announcement on Two Bears One Cave yesterday.
I really hope so.
Stop it.
Here, I'll
if
double check.
if you just get my hopes up,
I will walk in the movie theater with a plastic hand.
It's no, it is.
Jumps.
If that's real, I swear.
Nice. No, it is one of. Let me see here. I remember
hope
that it's
everybody
one of those movies that it's like, even if it's not that one, it'll be. You guys will be like, oh, that's still totally worth it.
I hope everybody gets that. By the way, who's watching this, please.
It's all in the hips. It's all in the hips.
Minesweeper? How old are you?
What, dude?
It's okay. I
You
used to
got
play
skills, you got
Minesweeper
skills.
a lot, like a stupid amount. But hey, Minesweeper, you didn't have to pay money for. It was free.
Face, man.
Face man.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore 2 2025.
Oh, I'm so down.
Yeah. We'll have to, we can
Just-
watch the trailer
I'm
when we're done.
shook.
Just take my money.
Right? Are you excited?
I'm like stunned.
That's why I wanted to like not forget to bring it up because I know you both like Sandler.
Mhm.
And
Would love to meet him one day. By the way.
oh god.
Just to meet him, just to hang out for a day. That's all I want.
Did you actually hear the drama about Rob Schneider?
What drama about Rob Schneider?
There's always drama.
His
drama with
daughter
Rob
was on a podcast
Oh.
and
Schneider. Uh-oh.
dragged him through the dirt.
Oh really?
I
I
guess
did not hear about
she
this.
had a terrible relationship with him.
Hmm.
Like sent her to fat camp and all kinds of really horrible things that she experienced.
That's crazy. I didn't hear any of that. I mean, it's obviously not on a podcast that I listen to on the daily.
Oh no.
Um,
I think this was just scrolling TikTok, and they were talking about Rob Schneider, and I was like, "Ooh, what's up with Rob? What's going on?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he's a very funny guy.
Especially lately, like a lot of these people that we thought we knew aren't the people that we thought we knew. Like they're
Yeah, but you know what? There's always
a lot of things coming out.
There is, and obviously, I don't want to get into like
I don't either.
into the
but
weeds on this
yeah,
too
no, I
far.
get
But what I will say is like when it's like celebrity gossip, I always kind of wait to see like what wades through. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like
Oh yeah.
you can't just jump right on like especially now that they're starting to do deep fakes and all kinds of other stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like
there's
you really
all-
have to if you're gonna pass judgment, you really have to know that situation. You know what I mean?
Oh no, 100%.
But
We only see them just as
right, yeah.
actors and actresses.
Mhm.
You know,
Behind-
that's
behind a
their
camera.
whole job.
Yeah. See, and
So-
I also, and this I probably will get hate for, but I'm one of those people
Let's
that
go.
I believe the artwork can outlast the person.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I
like,
think you're gonna hate
oh, and I think there's going to be some people that don't like to hear that because I don't believe really in cancel culture for past stuff.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like, if come to find out, like somebody that made a movie I love committed a murder when they were 12, that doesn't change the fact that I love that movie.
Oh,
It doesn't change that the performance was fine in the movie. It
100%.
makes it not good that they committed a murder, but
Right.
that doesn't change the art. You know what I
No.
mean? And so that's my thing. It was that like if I liked it
yeah.
before I found out something about the artist, I don't change my opinion of the art. Is
No,
my
100%.
like I didn't stop watching House of Cards. It got canceled because of what happened, but the Kevin Spacey show, he got in trouble
Oh.
for being
Oh,
inappropriate in
yeah,
Hollywood.
I
a long
remember
time.
that
It's
whole
like
thing.
at the beginning of all this stuff that's been going on.
Yeah.
And like
never
I was
really
like,
watched
I'm gonna
it.
finish the show because I enjoyed the storyline. Like that doesn't have anything to do with his personal life,
Oh, no.
you know.
No.
But now future work, I mean, if I don't like somebody, I'm not gonna vote for them with my dollar.
Mm-hmm.
So that is something I do.
I
But-
got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Wow, that took we went from Rob Schneider perfect circle to this has been a roller coaster of an emotional episode. The audience is gonna be like, watch this, it's funny and you'll hate yourself.
My life. No, just kidding. Just kidding.
No, but you have been actually a really fun guest to have
Thank you.
on the show. Do you have anything you want to plug now as far as like socials that you're working on, or do you want to do like we can put it in post and put it in a link or
The most professional thing so far that I have is my Instagram,
Mhm.
which is Dark East Photography.
Okay.
I have not set up the business page on Facebook yet. I want to get a little bit more under my belt because I have a higher audience on Facebook.
Right.
So I want to improve that first. Yeah, kind of the only one I got at the moment.
Okay. So yeah, check out her Insta. We'll definitely put that, Dark East. We'll put that down in the description of the video. And we'll talk. We might have some other links for you too by then. We'll
Sounds
talk.
good. I'm open to all of it.
Awesome. Anything you want to add to that part?
Nope, I just got Jason Momoa and Tyler stuck in my head now.
It's a threesome.
Okay, how can you do this to me? I really hope he sees this one day and is like, this guy's freaking weird.
What, your Uncle Jason or Tyler?
Uncle Jason.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which that's what I'm calling him from now on. I don't care.
Like, I know your secrets, sir. I know them all.
This is revealing.
I'm just
Whoa.
kidding. Well, you've never seen
He's-
that commercial where he takes his arms off and he's like a super skinny guy?
Jason Momoa?
Yeah.
Oh,
Have you seen-
yes.
Yeah,
I've
okay.
Okay,
seen
so there's
those.
another
Okay.
thing for you to show me, dude. I don't watch that kind of stuff.
See, that was a secret I know.
TV.
Because
I think it
everybody
was a
knows.
Super Bowl ad from last
Yeah,
year.
it was. Yeah, it was
Oh.
Super Bowl. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Super
Okay.
Bowl's fun. That's
You know
the
what?
only
Yeah.
football watch.
I might have seen it.
Yeah, he
I
like
might have- I feel like
completely
now that you're
dismantles
saying-
himself, and he's just like this itty bitty little
Mhm.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
guy.
I do remember.
It scared
yeah.
me when he took his hair off.
It was
I
pretty
ran
bad.
out of the room.
I'm gonna have to rewatch it.
But yeah, no, other than that, I think it was great. Darcy, great to meet you.
You too.
And
Again.
I hope, yes, again. I hope that we can help you out as much as we can.
Honestly, even if it doesn't.
Oh no, the hang has been plenty fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, we want to see you succeed.
Hopefully people will be able to see it and just enjoy it.
Yeah, and the
Yeah.
viewers, follower, coming for you.
Nice. Yeah, and like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. You guys know the drill. Check the links. This has been a blast. I don't want it to end, but I just want to stop recording so I can show you that trailer for the movie, and then yeah.
Yes.
I think the kids made chicken strips too. So
Okay.
we can check that out.
Check out chicken strips.
Yeah. I don't know if you like food.
Nah. You see how skinny I am? Think food is in my diet? It's Monster Invasion.